Hello, everyone. It's Q, the movie collector here. I'm back again. It's been a while, so stay tuned. What's going on, everybody out there again? It's your boy Q, the movie collector, here again. It just seems like that should roll off the tongue a little bit more, but it's not. It's been a while, man. It's been since December, I want to say. Um, the last time I was active, um, I was supposed to put on a live stream for I want to say maybe two, maybe three times. I lost count. Um, there's a lot that I'm going to talk about in this video. It's going to be a few of things I'm going to show off that I got in and what I've been through in the past month. um, and I want to just start off by saying I deeply, deeply apologize for all the setbacks and everything, um, and just certain things I just couldn't control. My health being one of them. So, um, the biggest thing I want to say is that, um, yeah, start off with a back injury. Sorry, it's been a while. I'm a little rusty, guys. The back injury. I don't know how it occurred. I was getting ready for work one morning, and I stood up, and something in my back popped, and that pain was just there for a very long time. Um, and I just couldn't be in the position that I am now, where I'm sitting here filming this video. So, and I tried and I tried and I tried. And it's just it was too painful. It was too painful. I couldn't withstand the pain. And I want to say I think Chase from AV Pop Culture. I know there's been certain times where he's even mentioned that, with his injuries, he couldn't sit down for long periods of time. And it just makes it very difficult. I had to throw that out there. Shout out to Chase. Um, and so right after that, right after my back got a little bit normal and got to feeling a little bit better, um, right after that, I caught the flu. Which is why I got a little shiner here as a reminder from the flu that I had. And it was a really bad flu. There's a terrible flu going around in my area right now. I know at work, my manager even caught what I had. So I was, February didn't start off very well for you boys. So, um, but yeah, so I'm fully healed. Back feels great. I even not because of the flu, but because of my health journey, I've even dropped a good amount of pounds. I want to even say I even dropped a few pant sizes. So, but yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's gonna be a slow process for me. I know with the giveaway stream, I don't know when I'll resume that. All I can tell you is that the pile has gotten a lot bigger as far as the titles I'm going to give away. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure when I'm going to actually do a live stream yet. Because I still have some after effects that I'm reeling from right now from as a result of the flu. But on the other thing, so back in December, a lot of my posting, it did slow down a lot. A good chunk of that reasoning is, and this is a soapbox moment. So, um, and one of the things I'm changing this year going forward, because again, this is my first video for 2026. So happy New Year, guys. Um, one of the things I'm going to have to, I've started already doing at the beginning of the year, and that's no offense to any of my friends in the YouTube community. I've got to stop watching other YouTubers. Um, and that's no shot to them. What works for them, that's great. That's awesome. I support them every step of the way. But it's one of those things where back in December, I just felt like there was so much negativity in the air. Um, it just seems like everyone's complaining about every little single detail, and it just didn't make it fun to talk about movies anymore. Um, you got people talking about that, you know, such and such movie has this thing on the transfer and it just sucks. You shouldn't buy it. Such and such brand is not incorporating this. They are sorry brand, yada yada. And all I could think about in that time period was just like, back in the 90s when I was growing up, when I would go to a video store and purchase a VHS, um, I didn't think about things like that. Um, I saw the movie that I loved, and I got the VHS home, popped it in, watched it, was happy, would watch it a million times over, or I would go to um, a blockbuster or a movie gallery or a local mom and pop's video rental store and just rent movies and watch it that way. And the thought of like itty bitty things that will irk me never crossed my mind. It never does, and it still doesn't to this day. Now, I will say, for review purposes, I do talk about certain aspects that I don't like about certain releases, but I don't sit there and I degrade and tell my audience, like, you guys should never buy this. You should never support this or whatnot. This is not worth it. They're idiots for doing this or whatnot. They don't know jack about movies. And that's just not the case. And I found myself in December just, watching a lot of YouTubers and a lot of them being so negative. And that really, like, it was a bunch of sour grapes for me. So I'm going in with a new approach this year. And like I said, again, that's no offense to any of my friends in the YouTube community. And I support them and I love them to death. It's just that I'm not going to watch it anymore. I'm going to do my own thing. And sorry about the dogs, people. I'm going to do my own thing. And so I'm just going to pay attention to just enjoying the things I like enjoying and sharing it with you guys. Because at the end of the day, these lovely things behind me, I love to talk about it all the time. And again, I apologize for the dogs. Sorry. And again, these lovely things behind me that I love to talk about all the time. This is what it's all about. This is one of the things I love talking about. And I love sharing that same love and enthusiasm with you guys. And the last thing I'm going to sit here and do is, degrade something or make a certain release just seem so awful and so terrible that you guys shouldn't go near 5 foot of it. You know what I mean? But I will let you know what things are bad. I will let you know things that are good. But I'm not going to sit here and say that you're wrong for buying this. You're definitely wrong. At the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And my opinion is I love movies. I don't think about things such as, why it doesn't have this or why it doesn't have that. Sure enough, I mean, these labels, they could do a lot better, but at the end of the day, we're buying it for the movie itself. The movie itself, the movies that we grew up and we loved watching. And for anyone that has a problem with me saying those things, let me ask you this one question. Did you ever think about those things when you went and bought a VHS back in the 80s or 90s, or when you bought a DVD back in the late 90s going into the 2000s, or a Blu-ray? Did any of those things ever cross your mind when you were going after the movies you wanted to own because you loved them? No. And I just think it's an awful thing to sit there and just be upset about it when, if you love the movies that you love watching, you should enjoy them. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But in the meantime, I have been collecting. So I'm gonna start off with this package that I got in from my buddies, Jess and Alex, the owners of Monster Mall. Um, Lovely couple. They're awesome. They have an amazing storefront there. If you guys have never shopped there with them, browse their store. They've got used movies. They've got new movies they get in all the time. They put up pre-orders. They've got collectible items there. Browse their site. They are absolutely amazing. They're one of the few shops that give me a lot of support, and I appreciate it all the time from them. Even met them, like I talked about it in my vlog from when I went to Scarefest last year when I met them in person for the first time. They're awesome. They're awesome people. And they love what they do. They love providing physical media to movie collectors, you know. And if you've never shopped there before, use my code Q the Movie Collector. It'll get you 10% off uh, all your used movies, and it'll get you a certain percentage off new too. So, and they always have great sales going on right now, and just check them out. So, what I got in, let's see here, and again they package it extremely well. So, and they always make sure to let you know, and I always preach this. See that there? Physical media lives. They always preach it, and you know I love them for it. So, Jess, Alex, y'all keep doing your thing. Y'all are awesome people, um, and they have great stuff. So I got me like an Arrow triple pack here. So I picked up the Visitor, as you can see here. Picked up the Visitor. Also picked up the classic Westworld, and I also picked up Excalibur. So I got those three. And then also throughout the monthly period, I picked up Hellraiser, the Hulu remake. Always wanted to own this. I'm debating if I'm going to do a review on this or not. I'm not sure, but I watched it and it's amazing. Transfer is amazing, and they've got amazing special features on this. If you don't own this, I think one of the places you could get this from is Orbit DVD. That's where I got mine from, and I happened to catch them up on a restock of this. If you're a Hellraiser fan and you love that Hulu movie like I did, this is worthy of a pickup. A lot of awesome special features on this release. I can't wait to talk about. I think I am going to review this, so there's that. Um, Also picked up End of Watch. This is the Shout Factory release. Um, Love this movie. Is one of my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movies. I probably butchered his last name, but you know who I'm talking about. Um, I love this movie. Love this movie. Always loved it. Shot from a POV, kind of shot on video ordeal, but it looks amazing. This release looks really amazing. They didn't really add too much. I don't think they added anything new in this. But again, that's not a reason not to purchase this. If you love this movie, pick it up. Again, this is a great release. And then I started jumping onto the Hammer bandwagon. You know, I got on to the whole Hammer bandwagon, but, you know, that's another thing that I'm going to change this year is, you know, chunky boxes and things. Everyone loves chunky boxes. I love chunky boxes. They're all behind me. I'm going to probably slow out my output on getting chunky boxes this year. I probably am. Well, I say that, and there's certain brands I will still keep getting chunky boxes from, but I'm still going to slow down the output on that. But anywho, I finally picked up because they had an amazing sale on this from Amazon, and surprisingly enough, this actually was a newly sealed movie when I bought it. But I picked up the Curse of Frankenstein. This is the Warner Archive collection version of this. I didn't get the chunky box version of it because, you know, I'm not a huge fan of this to really sit here and say I'm gonna get this, but I'm glad to have it in my collection. It's fully loaded. I may watch this tonight. Who knows? And if you guys want me to review this, put it in the comments. And I may revisit this. Who knows? So that's Curse of Frankenstein. Also picked up, and I did. That's the other thing I didn't really look too much into. There was some controversy, I guess, over this release. I have to look more into it. But I also picked up One Battle After Another. From what everyone says, is a great movie. You can't go wrong with Leonardo DiCaprio. So picked this up. Whatever that was wrong with this release, could someone chime in the comments? Let me know what was the bad thing about this. I want to know. I also picked up, because I've been still staying steady on my Lionsgate Steelbooks. I did pick up the Amazon exclusive of 1408, classic horror, psychological horror, or um, ghost horror movie. I ain't seen this movie in a while, man, but I really love the way this steelbook looks. And Lionsgate has been killing it, man. They've always been killing it. It's a reason why they ranked really high in my ratings for last year. So I love Lionsgate, but picked up 1408. Also, continuing on with the Hong Kong classics from Shout Factory, I picked up John Woo's Bullet. Was it Bullet to the Head? Bullet in the Head. Bullet in the Head. And I want to say, I think this was remade with Sylvester Stallone. I want to say back in the 2000s. I want to say, I can't remember. I've never seen this one though. I've never seen the original. I love John Woo movies. I'm trying to get as much John Woo as I possibly can in 4K, because we waited such a long time for his movies to make it to the format. So, but yeah, I picked up John Woo's Bullet in the Head. Then also, this is probably my first review coming up in the year. Y'all know how much excitement I was, how excited I was over this when it got announced. Unfortunately, it was delayed, but you know what? It is finally here. I've already watched this 3 times already. That should tell you enough what I'm going to show here, and that is House Party. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. As far as like Black cinema, they don't really get enough appreciation. And I love that Criterion put this out. I love the fact that they're putting out John Singleton 3-pack later in the year, or I think it's in April. I think it's April. I'm gonna be getting that as well. But you can imagine the excitement I had for this. And in my review, I'm going to talk about so many great thing leading up to me getting this. And also my buddy Reggie, Reginald Hudlin. I'm going to talk about our relationship as well. He's a really cool dude. So, but yeah, House Party. I picked this up as well. Also, in my opinion, one of the 4Ks of the year. I will talk about it in my review, but that is the original Cabin Fever. Yeah, amazing release, guys. Amazing release. If you guys don't own this, definitely should pick it up. Sorry about the dogs. If you guys don't own this, you guys should definitely pick this up. Very worthy of your collection if you're a huge fan of this film. And Lionsgate, they knocked it out of the park with the special features. I cannot sit here and lie to you guys. This was an awesome release. But yeah, I got a few others. I just didn't dig those out just yet. But I never stopped collecting. Just got a few setbacks here and there. But that's all I have for you guys today. And again, for those that's been sticking around, thank you. I appreciate it. To those that enjoy this video or more videos like it, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys have picked up since the year started. I want to hear about it in the comments. And if you guys share the same feelings that I do, like I said, put it down in the comments. And even if you don't, I want to hear about it. I want to hear your side of things. One thing I'm not going to do is debate. I don't debate over opinionated things. So that's just my take on it. But yeah, if you guys like this review, as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. I definitely appreciate it. I'm glad to be back. This is going to steamroll the year going forward for me. So, let's get more physical media. All right. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. And again, I am so sorry and I apologize for the dogs. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.